We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Black, what is that? Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
To throw is Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's second year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last two meetings. On third down, Winston. Hard throw, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10.
Brown 80. Watch my board. Pass 85. Pass 85.
Allen now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Check safety. Check safety. Look, 64. Weak.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Third and short yardage, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Wait. Watch out.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
He's checking. Crash.
3rd and long for Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in a preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Coming to you, coming to you. Undercut, undercut, undercut. Shift, shift. Check, check. Press down, press down, press. Hey, tight, tight, tight. Watch the shift.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Coleman. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Check, 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 check. Watch twitch, watch twitch. Any weapon.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Hey, Nani, move lady. Follow. Mike 96, Mike 96. Watch the pass. No. Off. You go tight. Let him go.
Here's Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they try to sweep to Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check, crunch.
Now Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked tipped off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
To the air, Allen. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. First down, and they're going to throw without it. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 42 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now third down and 4.
Ready? White 25. Green, triple team. Let's put that team on the bumps. Hey, 96.
Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Jameis now on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Geno Atkins got home that time. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Winston now. Caught on the right side by Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing, Winston. It's caught, Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Perriman there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
General West. Watch the twist.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. To throw, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Squeeze, double. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check.
A second down throw for Winston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Switch. Joker. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack.
Allen hit. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now on 2nd and 16. Allen, they'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Danny. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
16 yards. First down, 49ers.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Big 61, match box right. Check 43.
This is Coleman. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And we got to get to the ball. Regular. Protein spill. Switch it. Show it up. Tight dog. Check 3. Check 37.
On second down, it's Coleman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Hey, Charlie.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
A 28-yard gain. And a 49er first down.
Check that. We got Mike Duty. Hey, box truck.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
56. Orbit. 56. 10.
And here's Allen to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Hey, watch it. 36.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Watch the curl. Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Not today, you want.
From the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Stand up in. Watch 88. Watch it out.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, deep tight.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Good work after the catch gets him 15 and a 1st down. The 1st down throw for Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter.
White 25. Green, cover thing. White 56. Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 56 to Mike, boy. Check 56. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. They're not ready for this. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 25, check 25, check 25. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, 96 is coming. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And now here's another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Alert, alert, alert.
Throwing now is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Safety's creeping.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ndamukong Suh. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a given of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll go again to Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Alert, alert, alert. All 52. Bang, 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 bang. Come on. It's done.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
12 plays made the tackles. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Allen. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 99. Check 99. Kill. Pass. Kill. Turn it up. Check. Back. Check. Pass.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Dayon Buchanan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down and goal.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Stop here, D. Mike 55. Hey, exit. Time out.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
96 is coming. You know, Mike 96. I'm coming. Mike 96. Mike. Blue Dan. And 96 is coming. You know, Mike 96.
Winston to throw it this time. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Regular. 52's the mic. And let's hey, Haywood. New mic 52, mic 52. Down to lose one. Where's the
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So Allen's going to look to throw on the screen. This is Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check your backer. Check four, check four.
Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Hey, 90, 280. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Mike 96, Mike 96. Big stop. Let's go.
From the 44, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Geno Atkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the 49ers, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Tampa,